When I was a kid, I hid my heart under the bed because my mother said if you're not careful, someday someone's gonna break it. Take it from me, under the bed is not a good hiding place. I know because I've been shot down so many times, get altitude sickness just from standing up for myself. But that's what they always told us. Stand up for yourself. And that's hard to do if you don't know who you are. We were expected to define ourselves from such an early age. And if we didn't do it, others did it for us. Geek, fatty, nerd, loser. And at the same time we were being told what we were being asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I always thought it was an unfair question. It presupposed that we couldn't be what we already were. We were kids. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a man. I wanted a pre-registered state retirement fund that would keep me in candy long enough to make old age sweets. When I was a kid, I wanted to shave. Now, not so much. When I was 8, I was told my parents left because they didn't want me. When I was 9, I was told I wanted to be left alone. When I was 10, I wanted to die. When I was 13, I wanted to kill a kid. When I was 14, I was asked to seriously consider a career path. I said I wanted to be a writer, and they said choose something more realistic. So I said professional wrestler. And they said don't be stupid. You see, they asked me what I wanted to be, then told me what not to be. And I thought, what makes my dreams so easy to dismiss? Albeit, my dreams are shy, because they're Canadian. My dreams are self-conscious and overly apologetic. They're standing alone at the high school dance and they've never been kissed. My dreams got called names too. But I kept dreaming. I was gonna be a wrestler. I had it all figured out. I was gonna be the garbage man. My finishing move was gonna be the trash compactor. My saying was gonna be, I'm taking out the trash. And then this guy, Duke the Dumpster Drosy, stole my entire shtick. I was crushed, as if by a trash compactor. I thought, what now? Where do I turn? Poetry. Like a boomerang, the thing that I loved came back to me. One of the first lines of poetry I can remember ever writing was in response to a world that demanded I hate myself. From grade 8 to 10, I hated myself for becoming what I loved. A bully. In 11th grade, I wrote, I will love myself despite the ease in which I lean towards the opposite. Standing up for yourself doesn't have to mean embracing violence. When I was a kid, I handed in homework assignments for friendship, and then gave every friend a late slip for never turning up on time, and in some cases not at all. I gave myself a hall pass to get through every broken promise. And I remember a plan born out of frustration from a kid who kept calling me Yogi, and pointing at my tummy and saying, too many picnic baskets. Turns out it's not that hard to trick someone. And one day before class, I said, yeah, you can copy my homework. And he gave him all the wrong answers I'd written down the night before. He got his paper back expecting a near perfect grade and was so confused when he held up the paper across the room from me and it said 0. I knew I didn't have to hold up my paper of 28 out of 30. But my satisfaction was complete when he looked at me puzzled and I said, smarter than the average bear, jerk. This is who I am. This is how I stand up for myself. When I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were just pork chops. And because my grandmother thought it was cute and because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. One day, before I learned fat kids weren't designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. I didn't want to tell my grandma about it though because I was afraid I'd get in trouble for playing someplace I shouldn't be. The next day, my PE teacher noticed the bruise and I got sent to the principal's office. And from there, I was sent to a small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. The way I saw life was pretty good. I said, whenever I'm sad, my grandmother gives me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation, and I was removed from the house for 3 days until somebody finally decided to ask me how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story quickly spread, and I earned my first nickname. Pork chop. To this day, I hate pork chops. I'm not the only kid who grew up this way, surrounded by people who did this rhyme about sticks and stones, as if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that we'd never meet someone to make us feel like the sun was something they built for us in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the